To start living a more frugal lifestyle, you don't need to make drastic and painful changes. There are actually a lot of things you can do that are fun and free, are cheap, that will help you save money, and be more mindful about spending money. Here are 10 tips to get you started. Tip number 1. Fall in love with research. One easy way to avoid overpaying for things is to do your research. If you need a new cell phone, for instance, instead of just going to the first store you see, compare prices between multiple stores and even online retailers, to make sure you get the best deal. There is a wealth of online comparison sites, as well as YouTube channels that focus on product reviews, which are an excellent resource. For big purchases, such as a car, house, or major renovation, do extensive research and speak to friends and family who have been in a similar situation before. Not only will this help you get the best deal, but it can also lower your anxiety about making such a large purchase. Tip number 2. Have no store weekends. One of the biggest enemies of a frugal lifestyle is the urge to shop. When we're bored, stressed, or happy, one of the ways we can soothe ourselves is by shopping and buying stuff. The problem is that stuff costs money, and having too much of it keeps us from getting out of credit card debt and getting a better handle on our expenses. To counter this, try having a no-store weekend. Right before you feel the urge to go shopping, try to substitute that with another fun activity that keeps you away from the store. This could be a bit of exercise with friends or family, or even a gaming session with your buddies. This helps you actually stay out of the store, and avoid buying things you don't need on impulse. Tip number 3. Learn to love water. To improve your health and lower your expenses, try replacing juice, soda, and other sweet drinks with water. Juice and soda are full of sugar, which is harmful to your teeth, and can also lead to increased obesity if drank regularly. Sugary drinks are loaded with empty calories and can contribute to weight gain. They can also cause blood sugar spikes, which can lead to fatigue and cravings. The same goes for alcoholic drinks, which can be harmful if taken in excess, and tend to be pretty pricey too. Water, on the other hand, is calorie-free, helps to keep you feeling full and satisfied, and is cheaper as well. To make this change easier, you can add lemon or lime juice to your water to make it a little more flavorful. You'll be consuming added nutrients too. So the next time you're reaching for a drink, make sure it's H2O. Your body and your wallet will thank you. Hope you like what you've seen so far. Do consider liking or subscribing to the channel if you do. Now let's continue with tip number 4. Grow your own food. Growing your own food is one of the best ways to lower your grocery bill and improve your health at the same time. You don't have to grow an acre of anything. A small window box, a pot or two on your balcony, or a spot in your community garden is enough to start saving money and eating better. To find out what to grow and when to plant it, take a look at gardening websites like the National Gardening Association and the U.S. Department of Agriculture's crop calendar charts. When you start growing your own food, you start to learn a bit more about what you are eating and how it gets to you, which makes you more mindful about what you buy and how much you eat. This also leads to less wasted food and fewer impulse buys at the store. Tip number 5. Eat out less. One of the easiest ways to save money each month is by eating out less. This may sound difficult or impossible for some people, but it's surprisingly easy once it becomes a priority. If you're cooking at home more, then you'll begin to realize how much cheaper it is to prepare your own food than to buy takeout or eat at a restaurant. Cooking at home also leads to healthier food choices, because you have greater control over what goes into the food. You can sneak in extra veggies, and avoid the high salt and high fat additions that are often included at restaurants. Eating out once a week may be normal for you, but learning how to cook some basic meals will help you save money and lower your bill. Tip number 6. Look for deals and freebies. When it comes to frugal living, you can never pay too much attention to deals and free stuff. Anytime you can save money by not paying for something is a win. In today's digital age where almost everything is online, it's become even easier to take advantage of deals and free stuff. In addition to asking at stores where you regularly shop, make it a point to search online for deals and promotions. Many companies now have sections on their websites dedicated to promotions and deals, which are always worth checking out. Another great way to save money is by signing up for freebie sites. These are websites that tell you where to go to get free samples, coupons, and deals. Some of these sites even let you know when shopping online, where you can get the lowest price on digital products, such as ebooks and music. By signing up for these notifications, you can get amazing deals on things you were going to buy anyhow. With these tips and the help of these freebie websites, you can save a lot of money without even having to leave the house. Tip number 7. Set up a monthly spending budget. A budget is a crucial part of living frugally. This is particularly true if you are struggling with debt or excessive credit card spending, which many of us unfortunately are. While it may be easy to think that you have a handle on your monthly spending when things are going well, the truth is that emergencies and unexpected events can throw a serious wrench into even the best of plans. Instead of allowing your money to be controlled by chance and fortune, set up a monthly budget that covers all of your necessary expenses, and leaves some room for fun things as well. This will help you avoid overspending and feeling guilty later. Tip number 8. Think frugal. We've talked about a number of practical tips to help you live more frugally. But equally important is to develop a frugal mindset, meaning a mentality of spending only what is warranted. This way of thinking can save you a lot of money. Ultimately, you need to appreciate the value of money. Don't overpay for things just because of convenience, luxury, or perceived value. Instead, think of the money you're spending as an investment. For instance, some high-end brands that you enjoy will tend to charge more because it gets their items into more retail stores. This means that you are paying for the brand name, and not for the item itself, which may not be of a much higher quality than an off-brand item. Developing a frugal mindset helps you to readjust your thinking, and spend only on what is necessary. Tip number 9. Cut the cord. One of the easiest and most common ways to save money each month is by reducing your cable bill. This doesn't necessarily mean you have to stop watching your favorite shows, or give up your go-to source for random trivia and pop culture facts. There are several different things you can do to reduce your cable bill, though generally some of these measures may ultimately result in a reduction of convenience as well. Streaming services. With so many amazing streaming services available these days, there is no longer a need to pay for hundreds of channels you don't watch, just so you can watch your favorite shows. Services like Netflix, HBO Now, and Amazon Prime provide tons of television and movie options at a low monthly cost. Cable TV alternatives. If you really want to keep your cable but want to lower your bill, call your provider and ask if they have any promotions available. They may offer things like a couple months of free service, a discount for signing up for autopay, or a low rate off the regular price if you are a new customer. You might also be able to opt for a smaller, cheaper channel package. Tip number 10. Use old hardware. If you have hardware such as a laptop, smartphone, or a piece of sports equipment that is still working well, don't run out and spend more money buying new ones. Most items lose their value almost immediately once you walk out the door with them in your possession. If you are in the process of building a computer, for example, or are looking to upgrade some of your equipment, think about whether or not you could still use what you have. Does your old computer still work? Do you really need to buy a new printer, when you might just be able to repair the print head in your current one? Spending money on new hardware can be difficult for some to resist, but it's one of the easier frugal living tips to apply to your life. Try to resist buying new equipment if your existing stuff still works. Check out these videos next for some more great saving tips.